to paint your wall? Well, I'm here to share my 4 steps in choosing the right white for your walls. So I know there's so many choices out there. There's hundreds of white choices in colorings. So it can be quite overwhelming and quite daunting to be able to choose or eliminate, you know, the whites that we're not sort of feeling the color for. So step 1, I want you to figure out whether you actually want a warm or a cool tone white. So saying that, the warms have like a creamy yellow underbase, or the cools have a blue underbase. So sort of working out whether you actually want a warm or a cold stark environment. And I suppose also it depends on the space that you're painting, that you're wanting to paint as well. So that's my step 1. Step 2 is go and get samples. So you can get A4 or A5 samples that you can actually stick on your wall. So you can get them from any good paint store, any hardware store. And I want you to sort of think about, just maybe choose, I wouldn't choose too many. I would say most probably about 6 at the most, because you're already overwhelmed with what color white to choose to put in your room. So work on about 6 samples. And then step 3, I want you to put these samples in different areas of the space that you're wanting to paint. The reason I say that is because at different times of the day, whether it's morning, afternoon or night, the light is actually going to be able to sort of show you how those colors are going to, well, those whites, how they're going to show and represent at certain parts of the day. So during the morning, it might sort of look, you know, like, oh, that's not the white that I'm looking for. But in the afternoon, that same sample is, oh, that's the white that I'm looking for. So we just need to make sure that it's important that we have samples up on our walls before we actually start painting, because then that way it gives you the opportunity to eliminate the ones that aren't going to complement your area. So now that you've got your short list, it's time to step 4. It's time to sort of really start thinking about which paint. So if we start with 6 samples and we eliminate down to say 2, then I would suggest that we start doing a little bit of a paint sample on the wall to see what it's actually going to look like as well. Leave that, sit with that for a couple of more days before making your choice, because then it's going to give you an actual representation of what white that you're actually going to want. Also keeping in mind that we don't need to paint our skirting boards or our windowsills the same color as the walls. So we want to choose a darker or a brighter white for those areas opposed to what we're putting on our wall. So they are my 4 steps for choosing the right white color for your space. If you have any more questions around choosing a white color for your space, please pop it in the comments below. I'd be only too happy to answer them, or if you would like to send me a message. But until then, I will be back next week with another Styling Insights. Bye for now.